Hello, my dear audiences. Welcome to the show. Jack Zhao is my name. East West is the show. And with the G&E TV, we try to stretch our focus to as many issues as possible. Of course, talking about issues, you never forget about your own city. Your own city. We're situated in West Covina, the beautiful city of West Covina that I have been attached to for the past almost 2 decades. Of course, I love my city, West Covina, more than anything else, except my wife. That's it. Right, good. Today with me in the big talk about our beautiful city of West Covina is my good friend, my proud friend, Mr. Tony Wu, council member of the big city. So Tony, welcome to the show.
Thank you so much for inviting me.
I like this one. I wish someday I can wear one of these.
Just run for the city council.
But make sure to say Jack Zhao, not Tony Wu, right?
You're welcome to
Very
run.
good. Welcome to the show. We're excited that you're here. And next to him is my good friend, Luann Arredondo, a wonderful lady. You never know. We go back almost like, say, more than 10 years something. And by the way, I'm the godfather of her son. And vice versa, she's the godmother of my son. So that's how close we are. Not that we have financial transactions going back and forth. It is that we share the common concept. So for that, Luann, welcome to the show. And also, Luann is the commissioner of the Community and Senior Service of West Covina. So to both of you, once again, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jack.
As a show host, in my position, I have lots of questions to answer. Questions from this side, questions from the other side, right? And in the previous shows, we were talking about West Covina, and we were pinning lots of hope to the city because we talk about the potentials. All we need is the blood that we call new blood, right? The new Chinese term we call new blood. In English term, there might be some other connotations, but anyway, we're talking, fresh ideas and fresh efforts, right? So my friend Tony Wu been elected on the seat for
5 months.
Less than 5. Less than 5, right?
4.5.
Yeah. I would better just give you the microphone to do the introduction, please, because you're so wonderful, so amazing. Go ahead, please.
Okay. Hi, everybody. My name's Tony Wu. I'm a newly elected, about almost 5 months on the seat as a West Covina City Council. Just like Jack say, he's been living in West Covina for 20 years. Yeah. I beat him. I'm 26 years. So 26 years in West Covina.
Hey, brother. How are you doing, brother?
26 years in West Covina. I'm a self-made businessman and a pretty lucky and blessing in this city have this give me the chance. It's my hometown. And I basically am married and have my 2 kids. All grew up in West Covina City. They went to South Hill High School.
Right, very
so that's why I want to share with everybody is this, you self-made, you're doing the American dream, you do successful business, you have education for your kid, but what next?
Yeah, right.
You need to contribute
very well put
to the society. Let society give you so much. This community give you a lot of things, provide you the safety, provide you the opportunity. And that's why I want to share with Jack. One day he come out to run too. Since he's a visitor,
I'll be running after you to support you.
And
that's
a lot of people say,
what
they in for you, Tony? You are a successful businessman, and why you want to spend time? And this job doesn't pay you at all. Basically they don't even take out the health insurance,
gasoline, for
and
example, right?
But you have a chance to make a difference. You have a chance to serve your community, and you have a chance to make this city vibrant again.
Very good.
And that is the task and the challenge.
May I please take this opportunity, as later we go segment after segment, and take a dissect of your brain to see what kind of ideas this wonderful gentleman has, right? So, Luann, I need you a brief introduction of yourself, as well as what he has missed within his own introduction.
So I think that the important thing with community and senior services is that we are the eyes and ears for City Council. They're very busy running our city, identifying the needs.
You're a
of the
poet
community.
by any chance?
A poet? No.
You sound like a poet. The eyes and the ears of the city. I'm the mouth of the city, all right? How about that?
We are.
Okay,
so,
go ahead.
So the commissioners' roles are different, whether you're in Human Resource Commission or Planning Commission. Community and Senior Services role is to get out, be participating in the events of the city, but to also knock on doors and talk to the individual residents and identify what do you need? Are your needs being met? And then go back to our respective council members and Mayor Toma and identify in this region of the city the needs are maybe senior services, and this our businesses are in desperate need of a voice. And Tony's been fabulous, and in another segment we'll get to talk about his role with our businesses to help elevate our businesses and make them stronger. So if our businesses are strong, our residents are strong, our city will be strong.
Very, very well put, I would say. To my audience, in their eye, you are the city because you represent the city. Right? The way you look, the way you talk, the way you think, the way you express yourself, the way you express about the job you're doing represent the city. Such as Tony. And he just said, I paid special attention to a word that he picked. It's a chance of payback, of paying back to the society where you grow up from. Well, that is a concept. As versus to lots of people, say Bill, for example, right? Say Bill, for example. To them, the job is not a job of serving, of paying back. They take that as privilege of like that, right? So I learned with a lot of excitement, Tony, believe me, that within less than 5 months, you made some miracles that people might take years to achieve. Can we please know something about your agenda or whatever? Go ahead, please.
Okay, I think when I decide to run, again, this is accidental, and then become people say, Tony, why don't you run? And I say, why? They say, hey, Tony, you have money and you have big mouth. Okay, well, come out to run and to represent the city to make a difference. So when I decide to come out to run, then I decide to set up my agenda. What is the problem of our city? And what you can do to make a change.
You diagnose the city before you started running.
Correct. And at the same time, when I running, meaning I'm doing the campaign, and I do door knocking. So I do door knocking for almost 4 months, from July to December 3rd, and almost every day, from Monday to Sunday. And I still have a full-time job. I still own my business, but every day from 3 o'clock, I get off my office. I just drove back,
knocking on doors,
and I starting knock to 9 o'clock because it's summertime. So the daytime much longer, and then Saturday I do it from 10 to about 9. And Saturday I do from, because people go to church. So Sunday I go from about 12 o'clock. Till about 9 o'clock. So for 3 months, and so I'm on diet, so I lose some weight. I love it.
So good. Wish I could do that.
Yeah, but the most important thing is this: when you talking to so many people warn me, say, Tony, when you run election, and I'm the first time running anything in my life, people say, just spend 3 minutes, just keep them the flyer and say thank you and please vote for me. But I cannot. I just talk. And I don't knocking. I check with them and what is your problem. So I collect so much data from different area and different places. So it becomes my power.
Excuse me for the insertion I really have to make. There's a term in Chinese to call the door knocking as a collection of votes, right? Which represents a certain concept, which is exact purpose why they knock doors. So your knocking was not that. Your knocking was to ask what they wanted for the city.
Correct.
Right? You collect ideas, collect questions,
I collect
troubles, problems like that.
The solution.
That I like.
2,000 of people I talk to, their concern. Education.
Concerns.
Yeah. How we can improve. Before that, I already have my agenda. I know what I want to do. The after school.
Well begun is half done.
Yep.
It's half done already, all right?
Yes.
All right.
So when you get this 2,000 or less, people to share with me their ideas and their concern in different areas. Don't forget, West Covina is about 120,000 population.
Yeah, that's a big one. Yeah.
Square mile.
That's a big size. Yeah.
And meaning we are no less than Pasadena. Pasadena 150,000 population.
I see.
And they have a 9 exit on 210. We have a 10 exit on 10. So we are potential become a Pasadena the kind of city. Our budget is about $100 million. Pasadena is $1 billion. So why we cannot at least have of Pasadena budget, and we can. So this is, you see what the city they can provide, and you decide to what you implement policy and your agenda. But it's not only what I say about the problem we have, the budget, how to create more money. But at the same time, I want to see education. How can we improve our school district? What we can help, and then how can we do the after-school program for our kids? And most importantly, not only bring the business, we want to bring in the cultures, the music, the fine art, the performing art. Because a city vibrant cannot depend on just money. They have to depend on culture, and culture come from where? Come from the kid. So that's why my agenda is so strongly talking about after-school program. Provide after-school program for the kid, for fine art, performing art, music, dancing, for free.
Excuse me. Those really exactly fall in your ballpark, because you do the community service as commissioner, right? How did you see as the change that Tony helped make?
Well, one of the things that we noticed first on is, as I was knocking on doors, my approach is not to ask people to vote for a particular candidate, it's to get engaged with their community. We want residents at city council meetings. We want residents speaking up. And one of the things that I was hearing for many, many months leading up to the election was they only care going into the election, they don't care following the election. Promises are not kept. And it was really important for me to have Tony come to your show because Tony made promises in his campaign. Every one of his promises has already been met.
So now you're saying that we're filling out the checklist.
And we see that as I've knocked on doors in the last couple of months, I've noticed a change in the city. People are talking about, look at what is going on. Look at these things that are changing. How can it be happening so quickly? They're astonished because it's been such a short period of time. So Tony is very popular in our community.
All right, my dear audience, today it is one of the very, very precious chance that we got a moment to sit together with a wonderful individual. He's now the council member of beautiful city of West Covina, which is my city, and supported by my good friend Luann Arredondo, who is Commissioner of Community and Senior Service of West Covina. Both of them are my friends. I adore them very much, especially in terms of talking about difference. People start to see, oh my God, within 3 months, I started changing, right? Let's take a short moment now. We will be talking about the change one by one, as much as we could when we come back. Stay with us. Hello, my dear folks. Welcome back to the show. I have to say, welcome back, my fellow West Covinians. All right, good. Welcome back to the show. We're talking about the beautiful city of West Covina, which is my city. We call our city, as the title of the show exactly says, our city, right? So nobody likes anything better than their own backyard. Talking about West Covina, it is exactly like talking about our backyards, own backyards, right? So speaking of backyards, we owe our appreciation to this wonderful council member who's been newly elected on the council for less than 5 months, yet people started to notice changes due to, well, you know, name change, or face change. Name change, face change mean policy change. Back to Luann Arredondo, Commissioner of Community and Senior Service of West Covina. And I invited her here to be an eyewitness, right? Or to testify, say, hey, yeah, I did see that, like that. And Tony Wu, being the council member, will see how we can prove to our audiences how fast West Covina is changing. You mentioned about one thing that is important. Can you give me an example about a promise being kept?
Sure. So one of the
only one
promise. One of the campaign promises of Councilmember Wu was our youth. He's very interested in our youth. He's very interested.
Our youth? What is our youth?
Our youth.
Young people.
Our youth. I thought our youth. No. Sorry. Our youth. Yeah.
Our youth. He's also very interested, as a businessman, he's also extremely interested in our businesses. And he's started to mention the programs he's talking about with after school for our children.
Yes.
To evolve the culture in our community, which will in turn make the city more vibrant. But the other half of that is the businesses. He's very actively engaged in improving our business relationship, not just with the city, but with themselves, getting them resources they need to become more vibrant as a business. And I think it would be great to have him talk more about that aspect, because that is a promise he's already kept.
Exactly. Back to Tony, Mr. Wu, council member Wu, it's already been the talk of the town that within less than 5 months you made a big change. And you're talking about your agenda being created during the time when you were making the door knocking already, and step by step. What was your next issue or next item on your agenda that causes the change, please?
I think it's the most important thing is this. A lot of people running for office, they give up the promise, but it's a lot of broken promise. Okay, and
broken promises, yes.
Okay, and that's why they give the politicians a very.
That's why we like breaking news.
Yeah. and since I'm not a politician, I'm a business owner.
All right.
Okay, and so I'm doing this totally different point of view. I do this is how I run a campaign like a business. When I get elected, how I run the city like a business.
I see.
So efficient and keep your promise and let people
like you sign a contract.
Like you sign the contract. Like you sign the contract, you abide by the contract. When you decide to run and when you door knocking and let them to vote for you, you tell them you will do this.
Okay, you give me an example about a business, about promise kept, please.
Okay, basically all the agenda, okay, I put on the flyers, I send out, okay, and let each of them within these 4 or 5 months is already implement. Okay, and let's say the first one, okay, when I get elected, okay, nothing cannot be done. Okay, everything all have a chance. When you set up your policy, you set up your agenda, you know how can you do it.
Yeah, sure.
You just have to put the people together and talk to them and persuade them and to find a way and the nuts and bolts and to implement.
Yeah, in principle.
So my job is this, okay, to implement my policy and my agenda. So when I get elected, the first thing, when I go interview each of our office, I find out the one thing is this, our city don't have enough budget, so don't have enough personnel to work for our city. So we have a lot of things obsolete. So the first agenda I do it is, let's do internship program.
Internship program. Okay, good.
Let's bring a lot of qualified college students in. Okay, they're ready to graduate or they are in the master's degree, and they come to our city, work in all departments. We have a totally about 8 to 10 departments, including the police and firefighters. We want all the kids have a chance to experience the job. And not only that, this is not only to get those kids to work for our city, so create a morale. Most important thing, we want those kids become potential our future talent. We need to invest our future. So this internship program has been
I really have to do an insertion. You know what? I'm preparing for a next interview with Mr. Bryce Harris, right? And on the list of questionnaires, I was exactly doing one that is talking about the connection of education being connected with employment.
Yes.
Right. And Tony, without checking each other, we fall in the same ballpark.
Yes.
So you can go ahead, please.
Because
this is what we need.
Because this is our future.
Yes, all right. All right, I like it already.
And the kid doesn't have the opportunity, and we have so many colleges.
You're
we
sure,
have
of course.
Cal Poly, APU. We have Citrus,
sure.
further down. Okay, we have Claremont College. We have so many good colleges surrounding our city. Why not utilize those talents?
Sure.
Okay, and put about young people into our city to work and to get experience.
And in the programs themselves, how do you connect the youth to a job or potential of a job for, say, firefighters?
Yeah. No. So my suggestion. So I'm not only give the policy, I give them the detail.
Good. That exactly.
Yes, because I'm a business.
The devil's in the detail.
Correct. Okay. If you just tell them what to do and they don't know how to do it, it's not going to happen. So I tell them what to do, okay, and how to do it and how you make it happen. I say to just send a letter to the college dean, it's not going to work. You have to go to the career placement center. Okay, place our ad. Okay, and we have to go to our article. We have to promote. So if you go see West Covina Discover, you can see basically we have a headline is, we want you, internship program, come to our city. And then each department has to give me how many intern you need. So the firefighter say we need 3. Okay, management they say they need 5, and the planning department they say they need 4. Clerk they say
I'm taking one.
So yeah.
Sophie Su. Sophie Fu is my intern now.
Yes, and they are the future you, and they are the future
producers. Very good, exactly the same.
We need to continue to always have the new, fresh, ideas and the talent go into your business, so the business can continue to grow. So this is already implemented. This is my first policy already happened. Then I have a continue about how to bring the business. I promised my resident, I said, let's balance the budget. Okay, let's pay for our public safety, but where is the money? Everything costs money. Public safety.
The hardcore stuff. Where is the money?
So think about this. This is not difficult. You need service. You either have the resident to pay for it, meaning raise taxes, or you have a business to pay for it. So you tell me which one you want. Everybody say, okay, I prefer the business to pay for it. Okay, now we see what kind of business will come to West Covina and create job and create revenue. Small business is good, but it's taking forever. How about what we have in West Covina? Well, West Covina have a 10 freeway. And we have so many of 2 major shopping malls.
You mentioned 10 exits.
10 exits on the 10 freeway. And so for that, we have a visibility. It's an attraction. How can we attract business? Some kind of body will spend the big money to our city. Okay, then what kind of business? Do you think about this? What business will be good for us? The general plan talking about mixed-use property, I said no. Mixed-use property is not going to work because it doesn't attract, and all the business come in. Then I told them, we have to concentrate on what? 4 or 5 star hotels.
4 or 5 star hotels.
West Covina doesn't have a 4-star hotel. West Covina had a 2-star hotel. We have a couple of small hotels, Holiday Inn, Best Western, and a bunch of motels. It doesn't put us on the map. It doesn't create revenue, but they fully book. So meaning what? We had the demand. Now, where is the supply? We just have to promote ourselves on the Freeway 10 and put 2 or 3 in our future downtown, put 1. And with a 4-star hotel, they have an auditorium, they have a ballroom, they can put 800 people inside, and they will attract all the business coming in.
Exactly.
By the way, you got money in. 3 hotels equal 1 BKK 20 years ago. They paid $3.5 million a year revenue. Now, at 20 years, they closed down. We have no revenue. We're finding for a direction. And now you see the BKK side, left 500 acres. We see on the gold mine. We see the gold mine. 8 years ago, we already approved an 18-hole golf course, but nobody want to do it. Why? It doesn't make money. So I changed the ballroom into a grand hotel, a grand resort.
I see.
With a host, with an 18-hole for championship golf course, with a zip lining, with a rock climbing, with a horse riding, with a dirt bike, trail. And then you have
all the attractions.
And then you got the magnificent, beautiful outdoor, amusement park for our city and for our residents, for outside tourists to come. It's meaning money comes to the city.
Let me share a little concept with you, my good friend Lo Ann. I know you run your own business for LABC, right? Which is a consultation group for how to do business, namely how to do business, quote unquote. It is always the problem that bothers me that, for example, any of our city has a city manager. When you call a city manager job as a city manager, that means that city is a business that has to have somebody to manage. But look at our politicians. They are not managing the city as business. What sounds to me a big difference is that you run your city like you're running a business.
They're very simple.
That's very simple.
And that's why you can see the difference.
All right,
and
good.
That's actually really key. So my specialty is mergers, acquisitions, and hostile takeovers. So turnaround is a specialty. And one of the things we do in turnaround is we treat every element, whether you're a charitable organization, you're a business, you just happen to be in the business of
that's
humanity.
exactly what you teach at college.
That's what we teach them. That
I see.
Yes, you might be a charity, but you're in the business of humanity. If you are a business like the city, the business of running a city, you are absolutely a business.
Sure.
Probably one of the most important.
A city
businesses.
is incorporated. And an item, whatever, is incorporated. That is a business. A city has a manager. When you have a manager, you are a business, right?
Let me quickly give you a breakdown about what a city and business is different. It's the same. Okay, you have 110,000 population. It's 110,000 of 120,000 of the shareholder. The shareholder pay taxes, okay, and they elect, board director.
I like that.
Board director is our city council. Board director take turn become a president, that's why our mayor. And the three of the majority will appointed hire a CEO. That's our city manager.
All right.
It's exactly like a business.
Exactly business. All right, my dear friend, it sounds like a daylight to me. All right, after a long dark night, and we start to see finally something so simple, something so bright, pointed out by my good friend Tony Wu, council member of West Covina, and also joined by Luann Arredondo, Commissioner of West Covina for the Community and the Senior Service. Also, a business owner herself for LABC. Well, we'll take a little moment coming back. I'm getting into it. I started to see that some daylight already. All right, I'll be right back. Hello, dear friends, ladies and gentlemen, who are convinced already, I believe. Welcome back to the show. Jack Zhao is hosting, and with lots of excitement, I may say. So, with my good friend Tony Wu, council member. Oh, by the way, newly elected. I must say that. Newly elected, and the first time, for first term, for no political background.
Nope.
And no games playing,
nope.
All right, no finger pointing,
nope.
No names calling,
nope.
Something like that. And well, just that he knows where to get the money.
Yes.
So, because why? Because a city is a business, right? So, also with my good friend Luann Arredondo, we're talking about two aspects. Number one, how within less than 5 months, Mr. Tony will help make a big change with the city. And number two, conceptually, with her, which is the area she's teaching at the college, about how people run their city as a business or as a political arena or something like that, or a fighting field, like that. They try to smack each other, they name each other, they point the finger at each other. And even this morning, I talk about between Bernie Sanders and Hillary Clinton, and on the other side too, they're all doing the same thing. Maybe they're too big to talk about, but anyway, well, let's talk about our city. So back to you, Tony, please. I'm really convinced, I believe my audience are too. Now that you found money, right, opening a wider, broad range of business revenues. So how do you arrange your community? You have the program to take care, to focus on the youth, to connect them with future opportunities of a business, of a job, of employment, and you have revenue of income that looks so bright, so green, and what else?
Okay, regarding, just mentioned about the hotel and the resort, this is right now it's just place the base. So meaning we don't have an investor coming to pay us the money, $50 million here, $50 million there, not yet. But this is all having approved by our city council. That's 3 out of 5 approved. We should go to this route. We should bring in more hotels, and we should bring in, don't forget, it's a democracy, meaning you have the majority rule.
Of course.
So my own idea doesn't count, but
of
I
course,
have to persuade another 2 city council. So 3 out of 5, they say, yes, this is a good idea. So we have to do it, and then including the BKK, the landfill side, become a grand resort. And then now we're starting to promote. When we start promoting on all this site, meaning we will give to the investment community that West Covina is ready for your money. From there, then hopefully within 5 years, we will have a 1 by 1 of an investor coming in.
Hey, Mr. Council Member,
yes.
Here is your opportunity to advertise it.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
All right, good.
That's why I'm here.
Why don't you go ahead, let our audience know what do you have to offer to get them interested to come to your city to do business. So
I think
your freedom, advertise it.
Yes, okay, I think this is what the investor come because they know their money will double or triple and they can get benefit, okay, the profit. That's what investment is about. And the West Covina is geographically perfect located on the San Gabriel Valley. Because if you go to see the West Covina city, once upon a time, the federal government, all their agencies in West Covina. Why? Because this is such an important location. 15 minutes, you go to Ontario Airport. 15 minutes, you go south of 57, you go to Orange County.
I see.
15 minutes, you go to the San Gabriel, go to the Arcadia. So meaning, it's like all the places is so convenient.
You are the apple of the eye.
Way in the center of the universe.
All right, good.
So in that way,
center of the universe, how about that?
Okay.
And you're ambitious.
And the 120,000 population still growing with a lot of land, with a lot of amenity to provide. This is the perfect for the investor come to invest. They will see. Right. They see it. Okay. They say, oh, "Wow, this is a 120,000 base here with that." Another policy already will be implemented. We talk about after-school program.
After-school program.
And I want to mention about that. The after-school program is not only for our youth. After-school program is for our business. Right? You say, how to do that? Because after-school program
sounds interesting.
The money coming from the business. And you say, oh my goodness, you're going to squeeze the business again? No. Okay, basically we are trying to help the business to survive and do even better. They can sell more car, or they can sell more of their restaurant or their food, sell more of their merchandise.
But how?
That's what I want to explain to you. It's very simple. When you tell people, say, hey, shop locally, and they say, why? What are they in for me? Right? I prefer
what do you have?
I prefer to go to outer city to get my cars because they can find all the cheaper, or they have their Beverly Hills plate. So why should I shop West Covina dealership? And here's the argument. I say, if you shop West Covina dealer or you shop our local merchant, you are going to have a free after-school program for your kid.
Oh, I see. So incentives. He's talking about.
And this is not promoted by only one single business. It will promote by the city. So it's been approved. Okay, I got a vote. Okay, 5-0. Okay, so basically, city will start promoting and and then I will give you the details.
I see. And by the way, I leased my Cadillac with a Crestwheel Cadillac over West Covina. I didn't get anything. Oh, that time you were not elected.
Oh, you need to buy more cars. Okay.
Yeah. I didn't lease another one, right?
But let me give you an example.
He was not elected.
Okay. Okay, money is potentially coming within 5 years, and I can foresee with all this promotion, with all the investors I try to introduce to the city, and they see how beautiful, how nice our city is, and I can see it's coming, it's going to boom, and so that's why I say don't come to buy West Covina property. It's going to appreciate. But let's go back to what the city culture. Culture coming from education. How can we give our youth a chance, okay, to touch the fine art? Right now, all the high school, junior high school has cut all this budget. So they have none. So what I'm trying to do is this. Let's have an after-school program. After 3 o'clock, the kids out of the school. I want to keep them, here's the point. I want to keep them in the school. Right away, they off the school program, they go to after-school program, still in the school with all different programs.
The mentors will come to the school.
Correct.
The teachers, whoever.
Correct. And I do not want the kid off the street and become a hooligan.
I see. You're right. And that goes back to your ballpark. Community, right? Yeah, sure.
And here's, the parent from 3 o'clock to 6 or 7 o'clock, they're still busy at work. So meaning the kid is not supervised and they could pick up all the bad habits. I remember when I was junior high.
And it benefits the parents who may be more creative with the job for a few more dollars.
Correct. So the most important thing is if we can keep the kid, you bring the horse to the river, you cannot force them to drink. So how can you create some kind of interesting program so the kid willing to stay by themselves?
You are right. You are right.
And what kind of program they want to express themselves?
All right.
Fine art, the music, the dancing, the cheerleading, the sport.
I see.
Any interesting 3D graphic design. Okay, any kind of thing, even cooking, even how to fix a car, auto mechanic. We all want to set this program for them. We can intern with car dealer, with Penske, Mercedes, or something to do this kind of joint venture thing.
All right, my God. So, and that's so convincing.
And this ties into our future conversation with Mr. Harris, because the state of California will have, if everybody funnels through the current education system and the 113 junior colleges that we have, by 2020 we will still be 1 million people short. But because there's no passion. So this after-school program lends to that, because if the student is in sports, they're in theater, they're in music, they're maybe learning a trade, they're more inclined to further that trade through a junior college, pushing them through that funnel, which in turn addresses the issue in 2020, so we shorten that gap.
Listening to, listening to Tony, I kind of under the impression that he's not giving one slingshot to one point. He's kind of like
all connected,
making everything connected, like gears, talking about, well, not a single gear, kind of talking about connecting them together, let one move the other and the other move next, and it goes on and on. With the business involved, they get more cars because they get, the incentives. And the incentive for what? For providing after-school work, which benefits the kids, and in turn, it benefits the parents, and the parents get more time at work, make more free dollars, be more creative, and then it goes like a circle. My dear friends, today we're talking about some high tech, all right? No, it's not high tech, maybe high brain. And after all, it's not a rocket science, right? It is just a common brain. However, you got to have the set of mind that things works that way. With my friend Tony Wu, council member of West Covina, we started to see we're no longer benighted. We're now seeing the daylight, right? So how to run a city? So the answer is running your city like a business, you run business. With my good friend Luann Arredondo, and to you, I appreciate it very much for having the opportunity to join him. And my dear audience, we'll take a very short moment out. When we come back, we'll still find more. He's like a coal mine. Well, we keep digging a gold mine, maybe. All right. So we keep digging, we get more. So stay with us.
Nothing.
Hello, dear folks. Welcome back to the show. My dear audience, as I'm getting into it, the more I keep talking, the more I found myself in the program that my good friend, Mr. Tony Wu, council member of West Covina, is talking about, who is joined by Luann Arredondo, Commissioner of Community and Senior Service of West Covina. Also, she's a teacher at college, teaching business, how to run business concepts and stuff like that. Merger is your specialty. So now, oh God, I find myself during the past segments getting deeper and deeper in the concept about how to run a city. The answer is you run your city like you run a business. But how? Right here comes the expert ideas, expert concept. So Tony, I have to come back to pick up the point we just left, right? You were talking about the kids after school program. It looks to me it's not only a program that takes care of one thing, and there is connections to almost all aspects.
Correct.
One important connection, it is related to public safety and the safety of the community.
Correct.
So what's your take on that, please?
I think, I think a lot of things, when you say it's easy to say, and how to implement, where's the nuts and bolts.
Yeah, implementation is the key.
How you put it together. So I start talking to the superintendent of our school district. So I already have a meeting with the West Covina Unified School.
I see.
They are the center of West Covina. Then later on I will talk to the Covina Unified School, and it's about 70 or 80% of population. Then I will talk to another 5 school district, because I want all the kids all have a chance to go to this program. But most important thing is this: all the residents, they all can shop local. This kind of campaign where I'm going to push. And again, that has been approved by the city. So meaning we are going to start, with this campaign.
But most important, the programs you offer, the after-school program, they are for free.
Correct.
Okay?
Yes.
Whereas others, you have to go to pay for that.
Correct.
Go
So
ahead.
the point is this: what difference between a good school or a less good school? The difference is the fund, the money.
The money, yes.
For the rich area, all the kids, they all go to all different kind of after-school programs.
Yeah, all right.
Okay,
Good.
and
They have the money.
So they have the money. So they go to music, they go to dancing, they go to SAT, they go to all those things they like. But for the less fortunate, they 80%, they don't have this luxury. So what can we provide for them? What I'm saying is this: this is not just a free handout. This is all attached together. Meaning, we want to provide an interesting program to create culture, to create the kid like to do it. For example, I'm talking about the music, the performing art, the producing.
Exactly.
They can try to find their leadership into all those after-school programs. And those programs will create the funding by the business. It's not extra money from the business. It's from their advertisement budget.
Yeah.
Rather than you pay for the newspaper.
You are right.
They are basically paying the city to the school for the after-school program. Then we are going to promote you. So you pay the promotion fee.
Hey, Luann, we used to say 2 birds with 1 stone, right? How many birds we're talking here?
Probably 6 or 7.
Lots of birds, right?
A lot of birds.
Lots of birds, lots of birds, yeah.
120,000 of birds.
Okay, we can burn birds like that. Okay, go ahead. Something very interesting. Yes.
So basically, we want to give our resident incentive. This program make it very interesting. And by the way, nothing is free. What I'm saying is this: the kid want to use this program for free. They need to keep their academic.
But it's a circle.
Yes.
It's a link.
And it's when they decide to go this very interesting program for free, they need to raise up their academic performance.
Exactly, their academic level is raised.
Yes, and the school district will go up.
And then public safety is raised.
Yes, and not only that, when the parents see their kids in the school,
And even traffic.
Yeah, at the school program, they don't have to go into the outsiders. I do not want them to go on the street. So if they're willing to stay, in the school, and then the trainer, the way that I decide to pay them, my suggestion is this: pay by bonus. Meaning, if they have this program, 5 kids, then we pay you this. If you can recruit to 10 kids, we pay you this. If you can recruit to 50 kids, so let the kid to recruit kid. Say, hey, this is a good program. Let's get together. So let the kid to recruit.
So the incentive to the teachers or to the mentors goes also with the incrementation or something.
Of the size of the student.
With a certain
body.
rate.
Yes.
All right.
And so meaning what?
You went to school for that?
No, I'm just born like this.
Yeah, so you were born a businessman,
exactly.
right?
So when you give them this increment of bonus, so meaning what? The teacher will basically to make their program so interesting. So they're not going to be boring because they want to create more student body. And student with the incentive, they will create more of, say, let's go get together, let's have this program. And in that, you need a mouse, to spread out, this is a good program for the kid. So in that way, all the kids will join this program, and now we have a successful program.
Let alone kids mean our future. But to kids themselves, to nowadays, this is the connection to everything. You get the whole city moving. Everybody gets busy.
Correct.
And it incentivizes the parents and the residents who live here to continue to support their schools by shopping locally.
Correct. And then
it goes back to the city development.
Yes.
And it goes back to the money, the green stuff that we're in lack of.
So let's go back to the nuts and bolts, how we implement, make this thing happen. So when I have a discussion with the school district and with superintendent, Dr. I think Hyman, and he 100% support. He has a 6%.
So C equals to M to the square of to the square of 2.
Yes, and they want to.
Oh no, square of M.
Yeah, they want to implement this program. I say, how about September? Meaning they want to do it right away. I say, if you can give me a proposal. What kind of after-school program? Again, I want to emphasize the fine art, the music. If somebody wants SAT, we can put it too. Want the math, we can put it too. But I more emphasize some kid more interesting to stay after-school program to do it.
To put it in a simple language, you take my lease of Cadillac, for example, right? So I signed a contract with a Crestview Cadillac. So they give me a certificate so that my kid can go to the programs.
Yes.
Which they provide.
Yes.
Which they support.
Yes. And due to this is an after-school program, it's not a school program, so we can avoid a lot of red tape. I want all the money, coming from the business. We go direct to the kid with a program, not going to the bureaucracy.
All right,
and then
right.
waste all the administration fee, and then end up only one of the $10, to go to the kid. No, this will be totally negative, the program. We want the 90% of the money will go into, and the program, so we can create as many as, program we can provide for the kid. Now, here's the point, how we promote this. Next thing, most important thing is to promote the parent to shop locally. So we're thinking about how to do this campaign. So I'm with our city manager. Every Tuesday morning, I have a city meeting with him, brainstorm about how we implement.
Interesting.
Yeah.
In other words,
yes.
all he needs is one promotion. Shop locally.
Yes.
Like that. Right?
So where you shop locally, newspaper, article, it's not enough. I say, let's do this. Let's create a banner. Shop locally, and then we go to all our school. We hang on the school. So when the parent drop their kid, they will see shop locally for your kid future or for your kid after school program.
All right.
So in that way, now we're starting building into the parents' brand that we better to be shop local loyally, to all our shop, to all our dealership.
It's like a networking stuff. Do you think so? In business concept, though, what this belongs to, this is ideology.
In terms of the ideology, it's business development.
The
technique he's using is absolutely business development. You have to consider your capital assets, you have to consider your networking and how to utilize those assets appropriately, and that's what he's doing. He's utilizing the structure of the community to help itself internally. So greasing the wheels, helping the education system help the businesses, which in turn helps the community. It's a oiled wheel.
And the beauty of this thing is it costs taxpayer nothing. We don't have the raise tax. We don't have the government to.
In this whole thing, I don't see anybody paying.
Nope.
And it's voluntary spending. So it's the spending that we would normally do in our community.
Sounds like a magic already.
No, it's not magic. It's just.
I'm starving. I'm starving enough not to be convinced. But I am now.
You think about this, it's called a win-win. Everybody get piece of pie.
No, it's a win-win-win-win.
Yeah, everybody get piece of pie. The kid get the after-school program they desperately need it. That's what they don't have, and we have to give them some program, let them to be very proud about themselves. When people be proud of themselves, they will become somebody.
They achieve.
They achieve. I just want to say, one of my church member, Christ Lutheran Church. And the parent live in the apartment cross street, and this year he graduated from South Hill High School. He got acceptance to West Point. That's I think entire California.
West Point.
And then West Point, and he is the one from West Covina. So we are going to public, recognize him in City Hall because this is just amazing. The kid can against all odds make the thing happen. So what I'm saying is this: see, all the kid all has that potential. Now, if we give them a chance, but not only that. We are going to the business for business to become involved in this, and business will make more business.
All right.
So in that, when business sell more cars, when business make more money, they pay more taxes.
And then the city gets more revenue. And there is no longer a problem.
Nope.
And you're talking about you need 1 billion like Pasadena. Yes. Now you can have your 1 billion because you earned it.
And then when we have enough revenue, then we can implement about the program, senior program, free dial ride for those senior cities. Step by step, I will push my some program to help as long as we have enough revenue. Right now, we don't have nothing. So
well, all right, my dear audience. I only have 2 questions to ask. Number 1, why West Covina did not do this sooner than before, right? And then second question. Are you writing a book about how to manage a city? Something I recommend you go ahead and do it. All right.
I'm a talker.
Yeah, probably you can use some of his concept in your classes, right?
But I just want to mention one thing: is this? People look at me, say, "Well, successful businessman, they talk the talk," but my background is not business. I graduated from KOS. I have a fine art master degree.
Fine art master degree.
Yes, and they say, what kind of art? I'm master degree in filmmaking.
Oh, filmmaking, all right.
So we're in the same business.
Goes into my ballpark.
Exactly.
Okay.
And
oh, my
so
dear audience.
That's how the interest in life.
We're talking about miracles, all right? Well, with my good friend, the council member of West Covina, Tony Wu, we're sharing his great mind. Joined by Luann Arredondo, Commissioner of West Covina for Community and Senior Service, I'm having my brightest moment of the week. So we're going obviously over time. Still, I have to bear with the fact because I like it. I'll give you 30 seconds to wrap it up, please, because we owe you too much.
Oh, don't owe me nothing at all. I enjoy every minute.
All right, we appreciate it. How about that?
I think I want to share with everybody is this, okay? And you can make a difference. And a lot of people say, oh, this is, okay, I get laid off, I have no job, and this. It's a bad thing happen all the time, but bad thing, sometimes it's a good thing follow. You just have to make a change.
Sure, right.
When you have a crisis, you never see that possible opportunity come to you.
Sure.
You have to get out of your comfort zone. Because sometimes people get so comfortable in their environment, they never grow. You get the government subsidy, you try to parent. You have to make it. You have to make a change. When you make a change, there's improvement.
All right, make a change. All right. So, as a commissioner, how do you see the changes, and how confident you are about your beautiful city, please?
Well, I think it's important for the audience to know that we're living in a wonderful time now in West Covina. We have a fabulous city council. We have Council Member Wu, who's engaged, action-oriented. We're seeing that action. If the residents ever were looking for that time to get engaged, now is that time because they will be heard. All
right, my dear audiences, thank you for sharing. And to my dear friends, Tony Wu and Luann Arredondo, thank you very so much for this. And I believe this will not be the only show for this year. We will have to schedule another one, let's say on the so now the 5th month,
we should
right?
bring him back
in within next 5 months. How about that? Now on the 5-month mark, not the 2nd and 5th mark. Okay, thank you very much.